What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Heart of the City. Man, we are at episode 109. 109, coach, man. Coming up here on Turkey Day, aka Thanksgiving, man. This is the evening of the big day for a lot of folks out there, man. Celebrating the holidays. I hope you guys are safe. Well wishes to you, to your family. Hope y'all having a good time and enjoying yourself. But man, we here to kick it, man. We here to kick it, man. Heart of the city, where we go around the city. New York sports, man. Hope you guys are in the New York state of mind, cause I am, man. Knicks won tonight. Coach, you might be happy. How you feeling, bro? What's good with you? Coach, you
I think
muted.
you muted, Coach.
Sorry. I'm good. I'm ready to get on this scene and, talk New York sports and, get ready for grub time.
Grubba dub.
Yeah, exactly. As a fat man, this is my time. So, so
Rubber dub grub.
I mean, come on. It's always about food, football, and family. So nothing's better than that.
Absolutely, man. So, Pat, man, how you feeling, bro? What's good with you, man?
I'm feeling pretty
It's
good,
Turkey
man.
Day.
Yeah.
Or the eve of it, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I'm feeling pretty good, man. Just talking sports. Glad getting some of this knowledge out here for the fans, man. Got a lot of heat coming for you guys here soon, so just stay tuned in, man. And we in Heart of the City, man. How can you not feel good being on Heart of the City, man?
Man, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Check it out, man. Check it out, man. Let's crank this thing up. Let's get into the New York Knickerbocker. Who else to talk about, man, when it comes to New York but these New York Knicks? Look, I'm a Nets fan, but I must say the New York Knicks are the talk of the town right now. 11-6, beat the Hornets 129 to 101. Man Cave, if you out there, whoop whoop. That's the back call. Pull up, tell us about the game. Man Cave had the game right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network.
Mm-hmm.
Had the call, man. But look, man, your boy Jalen Brunson dropped 33. Dropped 33 on him. And I got a little highlight for y'all. Check this one out.
Wow.
Oh, see somebody open trying to get him with the
Check it out.
left hand off the dribble.
Wow, god dang, Jalen.
Goodness.
Why they do that to JB? Stop playing.
Oh, see somebody open trying to get him.
But yeah, I figured I'd give y'all a laugh on that one. Real quick. But Jalen Brunson got the last laugh with 33 points tonight as the Knicks get the win. Knicks 11-6, man. How you feeling so far this season about these Knickerbockers, coach?
I mean, it's all right. I mean, they're still working. I mean, you're dealing with injuries, so it's always the same thing with New York. It's always injuries that seem to contribute to any level of stagnation. Of course, you got Mike Brown, and Mike Brown. Coach Brown and his new system. You know, everyone is getting acclimated to it. You know, it's just taking time. I mean, it's starting. I usually say give it about 20, 25-ish, you know, to really see what this team is going to be. If you want to say there's issues on the defensive side, yeah, there's issues on the defensive side. You know, they definitely need to shore up. With OG out, that hurts. You know, Mitchell, you know, is not ready to play back to back, so that also hurts. So it's still a work in progress. I'm not panicking. I'm not jumping off of the ship. No, I still think they need time to develop, and you know, coach is starting to get acclimated, and you know, the bench is always going to be a key with this team for some reason. You know, Yabusele is not really producing. Clarkson is inconsistent. You know, but he's always been like that. He's a streaky type of a player. So Deuce is not playing like he was in the past. So, you know, I don't know if it's confidence or what. You know, so you know that just concerns me there in terms of the bench. You know, and then when you have injuries, you're pulling guys up from the bench to be starters. So that's, you know, like Josh Hart, that's taken away from your bench. But they're still one of the top teams in the East. I'm still confident that, you know, they're going to get it together and they're going to make a run.
And I think they are there, Coach. And I think they are going to be there. But as we look at the East standings here real quick, so right now they're in fourth. As you see it right there, the Heat 13-6. Miami, Toronto, Detroit. Not what you're used to looking at the top of the Eastern Conference. Detroit, Toronto, Miami, bro. Like, what's going on over here in the East? Cleveland 12-7, Atlanta 11-8, Orlando 11-8, Celtics 10-8, Bulls 9-8, Sixers 9-8, and Bucks struggling 8-11, and you know the rest of the East is trash. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think the Knicks can get one of these top spots?
Yeah.
Do you think they can get the top spot? Looking at the East right now,
Detroit is just playing at another level, so their confidence level is really elevated. So that helps. So, but do I think the Knicks can get to 2? Yes. And if things go right, can they get to 1? Yes. I'm still, you know, Toronto's playing some good ball, so I don't want to take anything away from them, but are they going to sustain? You know, so and you know it's you know kudos to Brandon Ingram, RJ Barrett, you know, quickly, you know, them boys are over there really helping that team. So you know, and that's going to be the key. Is it sustainable? You know, do I think the Knicks can get there? Yes. You know, Cat. The key, one of the biggest keys to the Knicks is Cat. He can't be inconsistent. You know, if he plays like he did the other day when he got 30 plus on, who's that? I forgot who it was against. But
it was against the Nets.
Against the Nets, yeah.
That's who it was against, man. You don't gotta, you don't have to.
No, I did forget.
No.
I legitimately did forget.
Money, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So, Coach, I mean, say this about the East. I think there's a youth movement happening over in the East. I was telling people about these young teams last year. It's a youth movement. But I will say this. You guys are the veteran over there in the East right now. You're the veteran. Now that Jason Tatum's been hurt, Philadelphia 76ers are trash. I don't like Embiid and them over there. But the key to y'all is, like you said, big cat. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna play like a big cat or are you gonna be a kitty cat?
Mhm.
Just to be honest with you, man, that dude's game is so inconsistent to me, bro.
Exactly.
And it's like super fluky. So I don't know. Does he want to shoot threes today? Does he want to go in the paint today? You know what I'm saying? Like, you need a consistent Cat Towns, and I think you're the best team in the East.
You need Cat Towns, but you also need OG, back from injury. And
I think this team. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. What were you going to say? This team is?
I think this team really. Jalen Brunson's the guy, but I think this team will go to the next level if Cat develops into a premier post big man. Like, he develops into the big man the league looks at as one of the best big men in the game. Because a lot of these dudes, they look at Cat as soft, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. They look at Cat as soft. And it can't be that way, because if you was looked at like, oh man, we got to deal with Cat tonight, exactly. I think you're the best team in the East and one of the best teams in the league if that happens. But go ahead.
No, I'm with you. And that's the thing. It's Cat and the injuries. OG has to come back. Guys need to come back from the injuries and get comfortable. And the bench has to be key. Because you can't rely solely on or primarily on the starters or 6 guys or 7 guys like last year. No, you need a good 9, pushing the 10 guys, and then the Knicks will be a lot more formidable. But if you're playing, relying on 7 guys, you're going to fizzle out, man. We already saw that with last year. So, but
who's the guy off the bench for y'all? That's another thing.
Clarkson,
Shamit's been doing this thing.
Clarkson, Shamit, Deuce McBride, Yabusele are the key ones. Yeah, Deuce is taking a step back. But I think it's more of the new system, because realistically, when he first started under Tibbs, he was the same way. He was trying to figure it out and get comfortable. And then, once he got comfortable and got confident, because that's the biggest thing more than anything with any athlete, Pat, you know that. If your confidence is high, and mind you know that too. Yeah, you're going to play confidently, and you're going to be comfortable, and you're going to play to your best abilities. But if you're out there thinking, you're second guessing yourself, it takes away from your game. So, and it's kind of reminiscent when he first was under Tibbs. So, and he's trying to find himself and figure out where he's supposed to get his shots. We know where his shots are. That's what he needs to go and do. So, but but that's it.
I want to hear from the basketball man here. What do you see in this Knicks team? Just give me your rundown of this Knicks team, period. That's what I want to hear.
Well, I think the Knicks, they have to find that like inner toughness. You know what I'm saying? And I think, because I think talent wise, I mean, you can't argue with the talent. Jalen Brunson is the top 5 point guard. Cat Towns, you can put him in there in the top 7, 10-ish if you want to, as far as big men is concerned. Maybe even top 5 if you feel that high on them. But again, they just have to find that inner toughness. Can Mike Brown bring that? Usually in the NBA, it's the coach that brings the toughness on a basketball team. That's the role of the coach. The coach is more psychological in basketball than scheme-wise. You see what I'm saying? So your coach is your motivator. I played ball, bro. I played ball for years. You know what I'm saying? When you had a trash coach that you wasn't motivated. You ain't really want to put your all out there. But when that coach got in your head, hey man, come on, man, get back on deep, tighten up. You know what I'm saying? And you seen the results. Bro, you played. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what the Knicks need, bro. They need that inner toughness. And most of all, bro, this year, what I want to see from the Knicks, if I was a Knicks fan, you know, they'll get through these injuries and these little hiccups, and you know, they 8-1 at home. That's what you want to do in the NBA is defend home court. At worst, if you're banged up and struggling, you know what I'm saying? So, because on the road, you probably gonna get your ass kicked because you know it's momentum. Again, the NBA is psychological. Basketball is more emotional and spiritual than people think. You know what I'm saying? The ancestors played, bro. It goes back to the Mississippian culture, bro, to the Mayans, to the Olmecs, Aztecs. Like, so again, it's psychological, and I think if the Knicks have that in Mike Brown, I don't know. I think, you know, I think they can win the East. Cause ain't nobody running away with it. You know what I mean? But the coming back to what I want to say, so I can land this plane, I want to see them hold their own and start to beat some of these good teams. You know, it's a lot of what we say about the Giants in the NFC East. We can't take the Giants seriously till they start beating teams in the NFC East. Same thing with the Knicks, Pat. I can't take the Knicks serious until they start beating some of these top teams in the East and in the Western Conference, because that's who you're going to face when it comes down, when the cookies, you know, off, when everything falls down, and it's just, you know, one or two men standing. That it's going to be you versus one of them top teams, and if you can't beat them top teams, if you don't have the inner toughness to do that, you know, sure, you're going to beat up on the Hornets, the Brooklyn Nets. Those teams are looking to rebuild. But you guys are ready to win, and you got to show up against these top teams, and that's what I want to see from the Knicks. But go ahead.
I'm with you. I mean, you know, especially your great point about toughness. Detroit, they're tough.
It's a tough team, bro.
Orlando always gives New York problems. Already, they've beaten them both times they played them, and they played physically. And that's where Cat comes into play. You know, he has to meet that. He has to understand that. You know, and it's always, you know, he's in a sense, if you want to be real, he's kind of like Embiid, where he's always falling to the ground, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Instead of finishing strong at the rim. You know, it just, I mean, look.
It's annoying.
Look, it happens when every player is going to get hit, fouled, and go down on the ground. We all know that. But he has a habit of it. And it's like, you know, it's, you know, great offensive game, but you know what, you want to always try and shoot threes. No, get your ass down on the block, draw the foul, and finish strong. You know teams are going to take you, get physical with you. And you got to meet that, and you got to exceed that, and you got to play as you were drafted as the number 1 overall draft pick. Well, damn it, show them that's who you are. Because other than that, I mean, like you said, he has the skill, man. I'm not taking his 3-point game away. When it's on, it helps his game. But when it's not, get down there into the box, get your mid-range going. And, you know, the other thing is free throws with this team. For some reason, they're not as good as what they usually are. You know, the games that I've seen, they're you know, barely 70%, and you're missing free throws at those key points. So, but great point with toughness, man.
Let me ask you this, Coach. With this Knicks team, I want your honest answer. You think this team has a championship mentality?
Some of the players do, some of them don't.
Name those players.
That has it: Brunson, Josh Hart.
Yep.
Josh Hart he may not have the elite skill, but he has a championship mentality.
Josh Hart got heart. Yo, this heart of the city, man. Y'all hit that like button, baby.
And he's wearing the right number, to be brutally honest with you. John Starks. Perfect.
Yeah, man. Yo, I'm going to be honest with you. Revelation, John Starks was one of my favorite players growing up. You know what I'm saying? And only because of I'm one of those type of people, like when you go up against the best and you give your best, you get my respect. And when he went up against Jordan, that dude balled.
Never back down.
He was clearly under, you know what I'm saying? Like Jordan
Mhm.
clearly had the advantage. He had the height advantage, the skill advantage,
Mhm.
but Starks played him so fucking tough. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? And he always got my respect. You
And
know,
that's why I say Josh Hart
stuff
is the
that happened
same
to
way.
him in that game against the Rockets, whatever. He went to a 18 or whatever it was. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, John Starks was that dude, bro. Salute.
And that's why I say
So-
that about Josh Hart. You know,
So
it's
the better
common sense.
question is, who don't have it?
Cat right now.
Yeah, clearly.
If you want
Strange.
to, I'm on the fence with Bridges. You know,
Bridges don't got it, coach. I seen it with the Nets. I felt it.
But he's different than when he was with the Nets. I get what you're saying with the Nets.
He's one of those players, bro. That's he's a get along, go along. So like if everybody doing well, he doing well, pretty much. Like he's not gonna stand out. You know what I'm saying? Like he does have it.
He does have some of it, because remember last year against Boston when he stepped up and he played like a champion. So that's why I'm saying exactly. He's inconsistent. Cat just, sometimes I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I question, what's right here, bro? What's right here? OG is a champion. He won a champion. Now he wasn't a key player, but he knows what it takes.
To piggyback off what Pat said, my question is, does your coach have it? That's the bigger question. Does your coach have it? You see? You hesitating. So that's a sign.
It's not that I don't think I know he does, but it's more about his team first before him. He knows what it takes to get there. He's been there. He's won multiple championships. But that's the point. Some of it is, you said it earlier, it's the coaching. But when you're out there on the court, it is the players. It is their execution. If he's putting them in the right position, he's calling the right plays, and they're not executing, is that really on the coach?
Can I say something?
I want you to hold up real quick, because I don't want to lose this thought, because this is important. I want you to look at this a little bit different. And I said it a little bit ago. Basketball is more mental and emotional, bro. It's not about the scheme, bro. He's got to have the toughness in his heart to get Karl Anthony Towns to quit acting like a little you know what and go out there and do his job and be, be that big man, be that force.
But if Karl Anthony Towns doesn't have it in him,
then
I don't care what coach it is. That's a different story. Now you change the narrative. But that's why I said, if the coach puts you in the right position, if he challenges you and you don't live up to it, is that on the coach?
Is he challenging?
Said I have to. You just said I have to look at it differently. Well, I am looking at it, and I'm seeing that he is putting some of the guys in prop. I mean, look at what he's done with Shannon. Look what he's done with Shannon. So you can't say he doesn't have it when you see Shannon's game is elevated. OG's game, other than the injury, he was starting to get there. So, Karl Anthony Towns is much more expected out of him. Hell yes. But I mean, this is some of what was going on with him in Minnesota. Am I correct?
Yeah, this is why I want to say this, because you're leading to what I'm getting ready to say. Knicks fans, and this is to all the Knicks fans that are watching. This is hard to city, so we're gonna keep it real. Knicks are not winning anything unless that dude gets tougher. And I mean Karl Anthony Towns. They're not winning anything because he's too important to the team.
How do you make a dude tougher though, bro?
And that's
the whole point. So that's your point to Mike Brown. If you ask a question like that, then you really can't say anything bad about Mike Brown, because you just asked the question, how do you make somebody tougher? Exactly. So how can you go at Mike Brown about not making them tough when you even have the question saying, how can you make somebody tougher?
And that's why I said, do they have to get rid of him?
To be honest with you,
I said it was a mistake when they traded for him. You know that.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to say
Julius Randle was
toughness,
that
was the
dude.
tough,
As
yeah,
far as
exactly.
toughness
In
is
terms of
concerned, bro,
toughness,
that it was the
Toughness
player
concerned,
you
Julius
needed.
Randle was that dude.
That's
yes.
exactly the player you needed.
You don't want to see Julius Randle on the block. I'm sorry.
No, you don't.
No, exactly. Exactly.
That's
So,
one dude you do not want to see on the block. When Kobe
You can
Bryant
see it in
tells,
him, bro.
when Kobe Bryant gives you props about being a grown ass man, you a
Bro.
grown ass man, because Kobe don't give nobody props like that.
It's something in us, bro. We can look at a person
Yeah.
and tell, bro.
You can
That's
tell.
somebody you don't want to fuck with.
Exactly.
You know what
And
I'm
that's
saying?
my
Fucking
point. That's why when you were
job.
talking about Mike Brown, it's like he can put him in the right position. He can challenge him. But on that court, any athlete on that court, on the field, on the diamond, if you don't have it here, I don't care if you Phil Jackson. I don't care if you're the elite coaches in the NBA, the elite coaches in the whatever sport. If you don't have it here, it don't mean shit. And that's why I'm questioning. I don't want to question him. I want to believe he has it. I'm a Jersey boy from Piscataway. Yeah, I want him to, to be there because he's representing Jersey and New York. But there are times when I'm like, yo, bro, really? You letting this dude push you out the box?
Yeah, see, that's the reason why I want to start doing this on our streams too, because we talk, but it goes over people's heads sometimes. And a lot of people are going to look at NYG saying that, hey, this stuff is not scheme, it's more about willpower and wanting to do in basketball. That is true. Because you have to want to go on the block and block somebody out and get that rebound.
Basketball is an effort sport, bro.
Yeah, you gotta want to go to the hole when you know.
Sport.
Yeah, you gotta want to go to the hole when there's two big men there and take that layup and take that foul. You gotta have the will to know that, hey, I got the mindset. I'm gonna hit these 2 free throws. I ain't scared to go to the line in clutch time. You gotta have the will to do it in basketball. That is very true. You can only scheme up so much in basketball.
Yeah,
that's a fact. The best scheme team I've ever seen was the San Antonio Spurs in their heyday. They schemed up a lot. The Jazz,
Lakers, the Jazz.
But even Ginobili, he had to be tough and go up against the trees and go in there and lay that ball up and stuff. Tim Duncan had to go back down people. You gotta have will to go on the post, man.
Thank you.
Just to be honest with you, and that's what I don't see from Karl Anthony Towns.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
I'll tell you.
Just don't see it.
I talked to Cave about it the other day. I know it. I know more than likely 99.99999% it's not going to happen. Would I like it? Yeah, but the one person who would give us that toughness is right there in Milwaukee. You put him in that lineup, it answers your question. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you put Giannis with him,
and that's the question. Can you flip Cat Towns for Giannis?
No.
So that's a different discussion.
I
don't think Milwaukee's buying it, but if I'm the
unless
Knicks,
he goes to Milwaukee and says, I want out, send me to New York. And then we also got to look at the apron and the money and all that shit, that's associated nowadays. So it's not just easy a player for player because, they both are big bucks, but I think Giannis is 60 mils or close to it. So and Cat is like in the 40s or close to 50. So that means you'd have to include other players. So I mean that's why I say I don't think it would happen. But my point being, if we're talking about the toughness, if you could just change Anthony for Giannis, hands down, they're winning the East. They're winning the East, and they will compete hard for the championship. And I don't care who it is out west, because Giannis, think about Giannis and Mitchell on the defensive end. And you got Josh Hart, you got OG, even Mikal, probably one of those two would be included. Let me just, but still, defensively, that makes up for everything, and that also makes up for Brunson. But now Brunson and Giannis and the pick and roll, Giannis sometimes bringing the ball up, everybody plays off of it, get to the corners. It does so much more, and it helps his team, and it gives it the toughness. Because teams ain't just, he's not going to, fall down and let people push him off the blocks. He's
No.
going to get in there
Giannis
and
gonna get in there and do his thing.
exactly. So realistically, again, I think it will happen? No. Unless Milwaukee continues to spiral out of, and then he says, "I want out." That's the only way. And I don't. He's out. Well, he's out now with injury, so he's going to come back, and they're going to climb back up, and they're going to be in position, and he ain't going nowhere. But and don't miss me with Anthony Davis. I'm sorry, no.
What?
Why would that even be a discussion?
Because somebody has said it to me.
Please
Would you trade?
take him.
Exactly. That's I'd rather stick with Karl Anthony over Anthony Davis. The biggest issue is injury issues.
That as far as stay hurt, cuz.
Exactly. As far as skill and everything else.
Oh, now if he was healthy, I would take him over Karl Anthony Towns every day.
Exactly. So
because when he's healthy, he a dog.
He's a dog. And that's the thing. Who with the Knicks, if you're trading out Karl Anthony, who you're bringing back? And there's very few guys who are the 4, because that's what you would be bringing them in for, that would fit their role. I
don't know, Coach, man. I just think the Knicks are fool's gold when it comes to winning a championship. You'll be in the playoffs. You'll probably make a deep playoff run this year, but I just think you guys are fool's gold until that man that's on the screen shows up and be the big man that he's supposed to be, because you're 7'1", I think. Well, 7 foot. He's just as big as Giannis, if not bigger. So I don't know, Coach. You guys are good. Not gonna take that away from you. You guys are good. When you guys got it rolling, you're gonna beat some ass. But when you play teams like the Pistons in a 7-game series, who are now more knowledge of the game, if they've gotten that experience in the playoffs. You guys play Detroit in a 7-game series now. I don't know. I don't know.
Because Detroit is the one thing that we're talking about down low that New York isn't. And they're tough. What's his name? Duran? That dude
plays some basketball.
Yes. And that's my point. I mean, at least Mitchell Robinson, I think, could match up with him, but I'm also concerned with his injury history. But, and that's the thing that we don't have. Mitchell is probably the toughest low post player that we have.
I think he's there just for rebounds, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, that's what he's here.
And blocks. But again, when you got a guy like Mitchell Robinson on the court, and this pisses me off, bro. Like, this dude's free throw shooting is so poor. Like when you're in the 30s, bro.
Yeah, that you're not even trying
on free throws, man. Let's.
You're not even trying, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's sad, bro. And you can't have somebody like that on the dang on court consistently. You know what I'm saying? This dude is shooting 25%. Like, how, bro? How are you that bad at free throws?
That's psychological.
So this year he's at 22%.
Yeah, I don't get it.
22%, bro. There it is.
That is psychological.
Like, come on, man. 22.2%, bro. Free throws. I can't have you on the court. I don't care. And look, you're averaging 1 block a game. Okay, cool. 8 rebounds. The rebounds is great. The field goal percentage is great. But if you can't hit but 2 out of 10 free throws, all the other team is going to do is foul you.
Right?
It only makes sense.
I agree.
He's gonna miss. That's an easy miss. or
But
at least a
confidence.
1 out of 2. I'm gonna take it 1 out of 2 every time.
That's also his confidence, and now that's where Mike Brown has to get into his head and help him there. I agree with you
That's
there.
what I'm saying, bro. It's psychological.
But again, he started out. Remember, he started out injury. So it's not like really they could invest with him, to invest the time to help him.
Look at his career. Last year, 68%. Kudos. Congratulations, Brody. But 40%, 48, 48, 49. Come on, you cannot shoot that poor from the free throw line.
I agree with you. And that's where, to me, it's more the psychological thing. Because what that says to me is you're telling yourself, I got to make this, or you don't believe you're going to make it. So you're talking yourself out of making the basket at the free throw line. Because you're not being, like they said, it's nobody there contesting you. It should be easy for you to make it. So,
shout out to the chat. Iman Perry, salutes. Daniel Berry, Iman Perry, Daniel Berry. That's bars right there. Salute to you. Mets, salute. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Yeah, man. Let's switch gears, man, to the football.
No, the Nets, man. You got to talk about the Nets. They're part of this, man.
Ain't shit to talk about.
That's not fair. Nets. That's bro. I at least want to say.
All right. Let me say this. Let me say this about the Nets. Let me get to the Nets real quick. I want to go back to this game because I noticed something, and it's something we've been talking about. It's Noah Clowney. This kid, Noah Clowney, has come on as of late. If you look at his last,
I liked him last year.
Yeah, we've been talking about him. He on Heart of the City, man. Me, Coach, and shout out to Leaf too. But if you're looking at his averages this year, in 27 minutes, averaging 12.2 points per game. Now, the other night against the Knicks, he had 31. So, looking at the box score here, Clowney had 31 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, shot 9 out of 17, 7 out of 13 from three-pointer. So, see, he's what Nick Claxton's not. He's the stretch big or the wing that they want. 6'10", 210. Now, I said he need to put a little bit more weight on, but 210 is not bad for now. You can get him up 220, 225. You know what I'm saying? Add some muscle, he'll be fine. But out of Alabama, man, first round pick in 2023. Now, you want to see the field goal percentage go up a little bit, but again, he's still young. You know what I'm saying? 21 years old, so he's developing. That's the bright spot here for the Nets. But the Nets overall, they're just tanking, bro. I mean, it's not a lot to say here. Let me put Clowney's stats up there so y'all can see what I was looking at. But it's not a lot to say there. You know what I'm saying? Because they're in a mode right now where Michael Porter Jr. is your best player. You know what I'm saying? So that's not good, bro. That's not good at all. So I know what they're doing, but they need to find somebody that they can build around. And I think this guy might be one of those dudes that they can move forward with. They need to find a couple pieces that they could build around. So then they have a foundation on their team. Right now, there's no real foundation. You don't know, you don't know if you want to trade Nick Claxton or not, or Cam Thomas. You don't know if those guys are guys you're going to move forward with. You got all these draft picks, 5 first-round draft picks. You know, you still trying to figure out what to do with those guys. You got guys from the previous drafts like Noah Clowney, like Day'Ron Sharp. You know what I'm saying? So you still got to figure out with those guys. You got some other guys in there, you know, Jalen Wilson and Zaire Williams, you know, that you want to figure out, you know, if they're going to be, you know, veteran, you know, guys that stick around on your team. So it's a lot of just figuring out with this team. But right now they're young. They're not playing good basketball because, you know, most time a real young team doesn't, unless you got super duper talent on there, and they don't. So it's just one of those things, Coach, where it just ain't really a lot to talk about because there's nothing to really analyze because they're losing, and I'm not gonna get mad at them losing because I expected it. You see what I'm saying? So my expectations were already lowered coming into the season, so there's no real emotion behind it. It's just looking to see who's going, you know, who they can move forward or not. And we've been talking about Noah Clowney from the jump, man, and see him have that game against the Knicks. That was encouraging. But go ahead.
Well, my question though is, do you have the right coach? Just like you were talking about the Knicks, because I see what he's doing, or I think I did do, and I'm like, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, yes, I understand it's a rebuild. It's a total rebuild. I get all that. But you still need to put a foundational point in there. And I get trying to figure out, like Lee says, you're throwing things on the wall to see what sticks. I get all that. But I see the coach, and it seems like these guys, these young guys, are playing for this coach.
Cave, you got the link if you want to tap in to the basketball segment.
So that's my question to you. Do you like the head coach that y'all have?
I do. You know, some Nets fans might not feel that way, but I do because. But here's what's messed up. A lot of these coaches don't get to survive these rebuilds.
True.
You see what I'm saying? So he might be a good coach, and he might get this team on the right track. And right when they're probably about to turn the corner, you know, he'll probably, you know, I hate to say it, you know, lose his job, and they'll bring somebody else in, and then they'll take off.
Similar to what they did with Kenny Atkins.
Yeah. You've seen it in Golden State. You've seen it here. You know, like you said, with Kenny Atkins. So, that's usually how these things work out, man. But I think Jordi Fernandez is a good coach. I think he's from that Popovich tree, so not sure, but I think he's I thought I did. Did I not? Oh, my bad. I got you. But no, I didn't. There you go. All right. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Jordi Fernandez. I think he likes to use these big guys, man, because, you know, I think in San Antonio, that's why they got Wemby now. You know, when you got these big guys that are good passers and they can hit mid-range jump shots, you know what I'm saying, and stretch the floor, you know, kind of like Tim Duncan did back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the mode that them San Antonio coaches like, and I think Jordi Fernandez. Let me make sure Jordi Fernandez. Cave, what's good?
What's good, fellas?
What's up,
How you feeling, bro?
All right.
Cave.
Oh, actually, he came from the Kings.
Yeah, he was with Mike Brown.
Yeah, I feel like that's the kind of style he want to play, though. He wants to use those big men in those high post situations, those pick and roll situations, and get them, being more facilitators than rebounders. But to each his own. Like I said, I think it's a different style. It's more I feel like it's more like that old San Antonio style kind of. But Cave, man, how you feeling about them Knicks, bro? What's good with you, man? Talk to us.
What's good? Salute.
What you see out there tonight?
I'm the same as Coach, man. I've been feeling like all season long, man. These guys, like I said, the defense is behind the offense so bad, man. Like I said, because some of it is Towns and the main culprit of it and stuff like that. And until he gets that right and something like that, it's always gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna take the points, but you have to give up the points too and stuff like that. The offensive side of the ball is good to me, like I said, but it's just the shooting, man. Like I be talking on the stream, man. It's like in today's NBA, it's like the pure shooters is a dying breed in the NBA. It's just too many streak shooters in the NBA, and these guys are missing too many wide open shots. It's like they're not practicing in the off-season developing these because the shooting skills and stuff like that. Everybody putting up shots, but it's not. They really don't have like a how can I say it? Like their stroke. Their stroke is not good. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's just inconsistent. And like I said, a lot of the pure shooters from back in the day, they would not be in today's NBA. You know what I'm saying? To get all these wide open shots, that you don't even have to work for a wide open shot in the NBA. Everything is just so easy. Reggie Miller used to run around like 100 miles an hour just to get a wide open shot. You don't even have to do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as far as the Knicks, like I said, I think it's gonna be a work in progress and stuff like that. And the thing I like about it is just like like he's distributing minutes using the bench and stuff like that. Guys are coming in, they're being inconsistent, but they producing. Some games they produce, other games they don't produce. But it's a far cry from Tom Thibodeau, and that's what I like. You know what I'm saying? So the guys will be fresher and stuff like that. They're not playing like 40-something minutes like every game, especially on a back-to-back. They're not playing 40-something minutes. So
how you feel about the toughness of the team, though?
As far as the toughness, there's not too many tough guys on the team. Like I said, it's like Robinson and Hart.
There you have it.
Right.
That's my problem. And that's when people get to get rid of Mitch, that's like, bro, you taking away all the toughness.
That's the last bit of toughness.
Right.
You got,
and they don't
right.
And they fall in love with all these shooters.
Besides Brunson and Hart, but yeah.
Right.
Brunson, Hart, OG, and Mitchell are the tough guys.
Right.
If you want to throw Deuce in there, if he's playing confidently, Deuce can be tough. He is gritty, but he's just right now. I don't think he's playing confident, but he has.
Told y'all about that goddamn Bridges, bro. I told you.
Nah. You know what? I hated Bridges last year when he was playing with Tibbs, but I like him a little bit better this year because he's giving more energy and stuff like that, and he's doing a little bit more than he did last year.
He got paid. He better.
Yeah, he got paid. He actually played better in Mike Brown under Mike Brown. Like he's like stealing, blocking shots, and moving without the ball. And with Tibbs last year, he just took so many step back jump shots and fadeaways on everything. I used to hate that shit. You know what I'm saying? But now he's a little bit better with that. He's been probably one of our more consistent players and stuff like that this season. So I'm cool with that. But like I told Coach, if we was to make a trade for Giannis, man, it's like, yo, I'll get rid of Towns and Bridges in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm not buying that if I'm Milwaukee, but
no, I mean, no,
but yeah, it definitely works in the Knicks' favor. Of course.
No, I mean, the only reason why it works
doing that in a heartbeat.
No, what I'm saying is because, I mean, like I told Coach, the Knicks have 4 contracts, and it's making it difficult because it's almost feel like the Miami team when they had, like LeBron James, Bosh, and Wade. Like you couldn't fill out your team because they had to get veteran minimum because the contracts are so big. But if you had 3 salaries, now you really could fill out the team more. That's why you got to give her 2 contracts for 1, and that's what I was saying to make it even better. But. Currently constructed, if they could stay healthy, like I said, I feel good though if we can stay healthy and if we keep Mitch.
Yeah, you see the net stats right there though. And I want to point to the assist leader, Nick Claxton. So back to my point about Jordy Fernandez and his system coach. It uses the big man as more of the facilitator.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you see it right there. That's why they got these big tall guards now, you know, Igor Demin and some of these other guys, man. But the Nets are a work in progress. But yo, I wanna get to something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
This Heart of the City, man. Y'all hit that like button, man.
They're down in 10. Brady has it knocked out of his hand. This ball is recovered by the Giants. Knocked out by Michael Boley. And with that empty hand coming forward, it's the third Tom Brady turnover of this game.
You can see the different looks that the Giants are giving defensively. They got Deion Grant up in there. They got the linebackers up, and then Boley, he comes around the edge.
When they had
Brady.
linebackers.
And yeah, it certainly looked like it was an empty hand, meaning the ball was out when the arm started coming forward. And that is a fumble.
Yeah, so they won't try to black it out. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
see exactly what you're talking about. When we had linebackers, we were a good team.
Yo, Pat, what I told you, man.
Somebody also is too.
Got to upgrade the linebacker position, man. I keep saying
So-
you got to upgrade your team.
When it comes to the Giants, and there's been a lot going on here, and Gary Myers says, I thought the Giants should contact Bill Belichick to at least discuss the coaching job until I found out 2 weeks ago the Giants believe he's burned all bridges leading back to New York. There's no chance they will call him. I think that's one of the main reasons he came out with his statement saying he's not leaving UNC. Interesting to listen to some radio hosts who have no sources jumping on the Bill Belichick to the Giants bandwagon with no context. Opinions over facts for some. What y'all think about that?
Yeah, I can see how he burnt his bridges. Definitely can see that. And I don't want Bill Belichick here. He doesn't mesh the talent. This talent is young dogs. They're young dogs. They need a coach that can unleash them. Bill Belichick is too militant for these guys, and it won't work. It will not work. They'll be a better team overall, but they won't get. I don't think that we'll be nowhere near a playoff team with Bill Belichick. I think they'll be more disciplined in certain situations and games like the Broncos and the Cowboys and things. We probably win those games, but no, it won't mesh. It probably won't even get to the point where they can win those games because can you imagine Malik Neighbors with Bill Belichick? Come on, man. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It won't work. Now the defense will probably be better. So I don't know. It just won't work, man.
Bill Belichick, he got us a lawsuit.
Right. Goofy ass.
Mm-mm-mm.
Good luck on the job, Brian. For real?
Well, the Giants fired Shane Bowen. So you got Charlie Bullen. I mean, these dudes with these names, bro. Like, I really be feeling like I'm in a matrix. This is crazy work. Shane Bowen for Charlie Bullen. So, a lot of people wanted Shane Bowen fired in Giants fandom, but they did the right thing because I said they had to fire Brian Dable first before they could do anything about Shane Bowen. Now, here's the thing, though. Mike Kafka is the one that made the decision. So, if Kafka fired Shane Bowen, does that give him the fast track to the Giants head coaching job? What y'all think about that?
I mean, we were saying this earlier. Certain decisions, if they allow Kafka to make certain decisions, they're really considering him a candidate for the job. You don't allow Mike Kafka to fire a defensive coordinator if you're not really considering him to be a candidate for the job next year. So I really do think that they're telling him to put his best foot forward and show us what you got. And like Coach say, if he could pull out a couple of victories, I'm not saying that he has to go win out because these last 2 games he hasn't had his quarterback. So really, both you guys are right. They're looking to see what he can do with Dart, and they're looking to see like if we do get in a situation now to where we got a 10 or maybe higher lead in the fourth quarter, that you got the skill to pull this out. Now you don't have Shane Bowen as a scapegoat per se. Not saying that Kafka used him as a scapegoat. He's been doing it before Kafka was there. So now you appointed your defensive coordinator, which you did with what was his name, Charlie
Bullen. Yeah, and right there it is.
You appointed Charlie to take over the defense. Now let's see what you do. Are you gonna get a good Charlie or gonna get ouch Charlie? That hurt. I don't know if y'all remember when a little kid, Charlie, little baby bit his finger. But I'm on the Kafka train as hey, bring him back next year if this team continues to show a little bit of improvement. You got Theo Johnson making tough catches, putting his feet in before bounds, where when Dable was there, he couldn't catch a wide open pass. So you know what I'm saying? Is he getting these guys more focused? Is he making moves? Bringing Hodgins back. That was a brilliant move. You see what I'm saying? Now you know that he's getting back to his system because Hodgins fit his system in 2022. Everybody telling me, oh, Kafka been calling the play. Man, that dude's been calling what Dable telling him to call. It was the Dable show. And you see the system is totally different from what Dable is. Because Jameis Winston was in there with Dable's system, you've been running around getting knocked around, trying to make something happen. But no, he got Winston in the groove. He's making passes to wide open receivers, and it looks different. Wan'Dale Robinson, first game away from Dable, gets 100 yards in 1 quarter. You see what I'm saying? Wow. Wan'Dale Robinson, this is the Wan'Dale Robinson people were thinking that he could be.
Yeah.
He's doing Richie James on steroids because that's what Richie James was doing, but he wasn't getting open like Wan'Dale Robinson. So
Mighty Mouse, bro.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse. I got respect for Mighty Mouse this season. He's been through the ringer, but he's been consistent. Like he's gonna get over 1,000 yards this season.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. He's at 800 right now. We got what, 5 more games to go?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm quite sure he can average 40 yards a game the next 5 games and get to 1,000. I'm quite sure he can.
Let's hear from old Mighty Mouse.
And just to get to this point, but I'm closing in on 1,000 yards. Does that mean anything to you? Would it mean anything to you? Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, just from the moment, I was a rookie and tore my ACL, and just to get to this point, just kind of goes to show the work that I've tried to put in just ever since I've been in the league, and just to prove that I can play in this league and I can do big things in this league too. So closing in on 1,000 yards. Does that mean?
So, yeah. Your boy Mighty Mouse, man, been doing his thing. Gotta give him his props, man. Wan'Dale Robinson, man. We crack jokes on him, man, but it's all in love, man. That dude's really been playing his ass off. Got to give credit where credit is due. Let's check out Wan'Dale Robinson's numbers here. 66 receptions, 794 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he's 9th, top 10 in both receptions and yards. That's pretty dang on good, man, for a 5'8", 185-pound receiver. Mm-hmm. Like I have to give him credit for that, bro. Like that's toughness. That's toughness. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, he tore his ACL. Came back on the field, was able to do his thing, man. And he's one of the reasons, man, the Giants offense has been a lot better this year. A lot better. Mm-hmm. It's not just them having Jackson Dart. Is this guy right here showed up. Malik Neighbors is not there. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that. He's number one receiver right now. Wan'Dale Robinson, receiver one.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, man, salute to the kid, bro. Keep doing your thing, bro. I was wrong. I'll admit it. I'll eat the crow on that one. Prove me wrong, but that's what we want here. Ain't no ego involved. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to push you to be great. And you showing that, man. So shout out to Wan'Dale Robinson.
And shout out to Kafka and putting this kid in situations that is beneficial to him. He's not putting him in situations where he has to jump up and try to catch it between two people. Like, he's getting them in space. And that's what a receiver like Wan'Dale Robinson, you have to do. Get him in space. Let him work. Yeah. Instead of just curling them up and letting them catch between two people and getting popped as soon as he get it, or try to make him go over the middle of the field and deep dig routes with a safety right there waiting for him. Like, Kafka did his thing with Wan'Dale Robinson against the Lions defense, and that's not a trash defense. So, yeah, I mean, as a matter of fact, let me show you. I forgot I could share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here talking. I got it right here. He's putting this kid in situations that is beneficial to him, man. That was the flea flicker play. I mean, that can happen when you're not paying attention. But look at the other things that he's doing with Wan'Dale Robinson. Dang, Jameis Winston got hit right there. Mm-hmm. But look at that. You see how he's putting them in space? You see him come off the line of scrimmage right there. This is space. You space him out. Look at the route that he put on that dude. He put him on his ass. That's a route.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And look at the catch that he made. He has to make catches like that because he's small. But he came up with it. He made a tough catch.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Put him in space. Let him route some people up. Put you on your ass. That's how look how they got him going across the whole field. He wasn't doing this in Dabo's system. Maybe once or twice out of the whole game. You see that? Put him in space. Let him use it.
He's hard to keep up with. Yeah, he's hard to keep up with like that. You can tell, man. Like, ain't nobody guarding that dude out there.
You don't want to guard that.
He's too damn little and shifty.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? See, in Dabo's offense, this play right here, he goes in the middle of the field. But Kafka, his system, comes off the line of scrimmage. Now, look, normally you go right here and go in the middle of the field. That's what Dabo would have done. But no, you turn him right back outside. You make this corner right back right here. He couldn't get it to the play. You want to know why? Because he had to watch out for him. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Him taking that little bit of stutter to watch out for him, you good money. Because now if he's right here, you throwing it to him and you're still going to get a first down. That's what Kafka was doing different. And that's what you cats are not seeing. It's totally different, bro. Mm-hmm. This is Kafka's system. But, you'll listen to us one day. You'll listen to us one day.
You know what I think it is, man? It's three things, man. The offensive line is playing much better this season. Plus, the Giants are not playing no bracket coverage on defense no more. And, because the Giants didn't have a vertical game. So, when you don't have a vertical game, you have bracket coverage where everything stays in front. So, now with you guys like Jameis Winston can throw the ball downfield, other people, so now the defense got to play back, so it opens up the field.
Exactly.
And that's why, Wan'Dale. But, I never really doubted Wan'Dale, like I said, because, even CeeDee Lamb said like a year or 2 years ago, he said Wan'Dale got crazy route running and all stuff. And that's coming from a player who plays the game. So if he's saying that stuff, he already knows this guy got it, man. Even in Dabo's BS system that he was in. And he can see that.
Yeah, man. No doubt, man. But Mike Kafka, man. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, Coach. Go ahead. Yeah, let's get you
the last slide that defensively, I'm hoping to see a little bit of something like this. The last slide that I put in there.
This
is going to say 13 loose wine trio. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So these are some of the things that I'm hoping they would do, because if you look, there's no off coverage. We're playing up, even though we're playing cover 3, because that's what trio will mean. And I'm rolling out of a cover 2 into a cover 3, and then 13 loose is just basically saying the nose guard is really playing a loose 1 over the center. He's playing in between the center and the guard with the 3 tech. And then basically what I'm doing, wine is the end is take the weak side end to the right is taking the step up, and then he's crossing the tackle's face, attacking the guard, aiming for his butt. The weak side linebacker is faking like he's going to drop into coverage, and then he's squeezing right off of that, because that end is going to condense the pocket. Because the tackle is, what's he going to do? He's going to not see anybody out there. He's just going to ride the end inside. And then the Mike linebacker, even though he's on the strong side, he's walking up like he's coming on a blitz. So once the ball is snapped, you're playing, making sure there's no run, and you're dropping back into the hook zone, reading that running back, because if the running back flares, then you're going to flatten out, because that's your responsibility, because the cornerback is going to be going. Because the free safety is rolling over into the middle of the field and taking a deep third. The strong safety is coming down, looking for anything that's coming in across her.
You know, like this talk here.
The J, may come across. He's going to tell, that the safety is going to say in. So the Mike, or what he can also do is slide him a little bit, like he's almost in a robber look, depending on what happens. Now, the key is if that Y rides and goes vertical along with the Z, then he has to kind of help out the free safety, even if he gets in his way and forces him to redirect into the middle of the field, so the free safety can see that, and then he'll take over for that. So
who's covering a halfback flat?
I'm sorry?
If they were to do a halfback flat,
the Mike linebacker sees that.
The Mike. So that's the Mike's responsibility. So that's the point I'm trying to make.
He's not. If he flares, he's playing a zone. So he's playing what is called the hook to you want to say the curl to the flat. Let me put it like that. You could say he's playing hook to flat, curl to flat.
I know.
Whatever. He's looking to see now if that running back comes and circles out.
They do a curl, he covers. If they do a flat, he covers, because that's the play that's in that area. Yeah.
Exactly.
Let me ask you this too. Your wheel linebacker, the W. Are you sending 5 or are you sending 4 on this?
I'm sending 5. What he's doing, he's opening up like he's going to drop into the flat.
Yeah.
So the tackle, I know. And yes, now he's coming once he sees that tackle slides down, because that's what the tackle's going to do. Nobody's coming. He's going to ride with the end, going to, okay, I'm going to just watch you.
So you have your wheel on a delayed, pretty much a delayed
exactly.
blitz. So with this scheme here, I love doing this, bro. I got to do a show with you, coach. But in this scheme here, you're really trying to confuse that left tackle, because if he comes down and blocks on that edge, you want that edge, let's say that's Thibodeau, to go strong to the inside and draw that tackle to him to be like, okay, we're gonna double team him, we good. And then that wheel linebacker comes free if that left tackle is not good. Now if that left tackle is good, he can bounce in and then bounce back out if he's agile. So this is basically like a cover 3.
Yes, it is. It's 3.
It's a cover. I call it a cover. Yeah, I call it a cover 3 smash. That's just because if that J comes across and he's not doing a seam, that safety, the strong safety, can come down there and knock his ass out. Exactly. If he goes over the middle as a check down. So this here is susceptible to a slant.
One question I got is how far off are you playing your corners?
The cornerbacks, if you notice, they're probably 3 yards almost to press.
Me personally, I have them 2 yards off the line of scrimmage. Like I'm trying to fool the quarterback like he thinks I'm playing man.
Yeah, that's what I was
See what I'm
getting at.
saying?
Even if you're playing off in between 2 to 5, if you're playing off in between that really 3 yards, he's going to say he's man. So this way, guess what? You still have that 5-yard window, because if he bounces to the outside, that cornerback now he's actually going to transition it, because if that X receiver loops towards the sideline, you're taking him man for man. You're not worrying about anything else, because you have the sideline. Go with him. Don't worry about anything else.
Now, me personally, the slant will kill this defense if it's a good quarterback and he knows exactly what's coming. Because if he knows that, go ahead, coach.
No, I'm asking you, which receiver, X or Z?
The X receiver.
No, remember that Mike is coming over there.
Yeah, that Mike is going over there. But if I have my running back do a what do you call that? A sail route, a flare route. He has to run with that running back. So if my linemen are smart and they give my quarterback time, the middle of the field is wide open for a slant, because I'm sending the Y on the seam. You see what I'm saying? I'm sending a Y on the seam, so that other safety is going to have to pick him up. You see what I'm saying? For at least 3 yards until that other free safety can get to the middle of the field to cover that seam. So my J, I'm doing a dig with my J. You see what I'm saying? Because I know my J with that safety taking over that Y for just that small amount of time is going to allow Jay to cross his face. And with the middle linebacker going out there with the running back,
put your linebacker in the conundrum.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So a good quarterback, if you get pressure with your nose, this destroys the whole play.
The nose is crossing the center's face.
Yeah. So if you get pressure with that nose tackle, it's over. No matter what play you run.
And that's one thing. Now, don't forget, Pat. You can run that. You can run that slant with the J, because again, like I said, that strong safety is coming down. You want to say about the Y, okay, but don't. The other thing is that nickel is reading 2 to 1.
Yes.
So he's going to read the J to the Z. So Z is going vertical, and J is going vertical. Okay, he's going to transition and he's going to ride with him. So now you're going to take the zone and transition it into the man principle. Now the Y will kill me if he goes vertical with the seam, or if he goes and does the sit right in the middle of the field right there, because the mic is vacating. So yes,
you gotta hope your free safety is on his horse, because if that Y is like a George Kittle or even a Theo Johnson, if that Y can get yardage and get off that line very quick, this is where people like the tight end over there with the Colts is very good at. Daniel Jones will hit that hole shot right there. I wish I had my pointer. I could point to you right there before that safety gets over there. You throw it back shoulder over that linebacker's head. That's a hole shot. That's 25 yards at least.
That's why I'm also counting on the will that and that's the other thing, because if that end condenses, because remember, normally you're going to widen it out. So the tackle is going to kick and widen out. So now if that tackle kicks and comes inside, that will now has a short run to the quarterback.
Yes,
so that quarterback he has to get rid of that ball quickly. And guess what? That's what I want you to do. I'm going to be honest with you. That's what I want you to do. I want you to get rid of that ball quickly, because this is something that you use to say like a 3rd and 9 or longer. This is where I'm going to use
3rd and 9 and longer.
Exactly. So now I'm saying, you go ahead, get it out quickly. Not a problem. The Mike linebacker, because that means you're pretty much going to 1, 2, 3 that ball. So that Mike linebacker doesn't even have to go for the flare. By the time he gets into his zone, you're going to hit that Y. Now he's going to reverse and he's going to come down. I have the the safety coming down. So I still have 2 guys bracketing him. The question is, what does J and Z do? Now, if they're both going vertical in any way, that nickel can now transition. Now, and again, if the Y goes to the flat, that nickel is still going to kind of be there. But again, if J and Z go vertical, that nickel can also take away. And now I'm like, okay, fine. Y to the flat, that safety coming down. You got to get there quickly. You got to get there and you got to make a play. You got to take the right angle, because that quarterback can get it there. But again, 3rd and 9, more than likely, they're not going to go a flat route with the Y. They're going to try and get something downfield. So that's why I'm saying, in terms of this defensive coordinator, the creativity, I want to see stuff like this. I want to see line movement, and you come with a little aggressiveness, play games, force that quarterback to hold the ball just a split second longer. That's all I want, just a split second longer.
See, we don't have a lot of time, but this is what coordinators and coaches do. See, if it's like 1st and 10, I'm not running the 3. I'm running a man. I'm running man, and I'm actually having my Mike linebacker fake like he's ready to do the same thing. Garrett go back out, but then shoot back in on the blitz, and I'm having my will linebacker cover that running back, so he's right there on him when he has to get the ball out quick to dump off his as a what do you call that, his check down, because now I'm doing the man coverage. You think that this nickel's Garrett going to a flat, but no, he's man up, safety go in the middle of the field, cover anything that they try to do over the middle of the field. Hey, my 2 cornerbacks, you better cover up on the outside and don't get beat deep. You see what I'm saying? Man, I love this shit, bro. I love it.
But again, that's just a little taste of what I'm hoping to see in terms of creativity from this defensive coordinator. So
that's pretty dope, Coach. And hey, man, we're gonna we're gonna put this show together, man. And give you guys this football knowledge
all day, Coach. I would have loved to be in the room and come up with these schemes and everything, bro. This shit is chess. I'm ready to play.
I've been running this for about 20 years. It's the same defense right here. I just changed.
And I got a Dexter Lawrence on my team.
Exactly.
Man, you crazy as hell.
Exactly.
Man, Dexter
That's
Lawrence
my
will destroy
point.
that center. And that if that guard has to go over there with somebody like Ricky Sears Anderson, I got Brian Burns coming off the edge. That middle linebacker shooting straight through there because you gotta almost double team Dex. You see what I'm saying, man? These coordinators.
See, no, they can't double team. That's why the nose is shooting.
Exactly,
because you got the 3 tech, you got the edge. So that center is 1-on-1. Which guess what? If it's Dexter Lawrence, you get an issue cross facing the center. That guard can't help. So yeah, he's going to see the edge and he's going to say, I got to help him because he's going away from me. I can't run across the field. And if he was to do something stupid like that and slide to his right, now my edge has a free shot to the quarterback crossing the face of the tackle.
Yep. And what if my Mike is Abdul Carter? You don't know what I'm going to do with Abdul Carter because Abdul Carter is very good in short space. He can play coverage in short space if you needed him to. But go ahead, NYG.
No, bro, I'm with you. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying as far as the type of schemes or the play calls that I'm hoping to see just a little bit, just small little tweaks. That's
what is it. So what is the expectation? Because the Giants are coming up now. They're playing the Patriots. Drake May has been on a heater in the MVP conversation. This Patriots team, what are they, 9-2 right now?
No, they 10-2.
10-2. So Patriots at 10-2, going up against the New York Giants right here.
Man.
So again, Patriots at home, Monday Night Football. Giants hope to get Jackson Dart back. But what do you expect to see from the New York Giants here in this game against the Patriots? Mike Kafka switching D coordinators now from Bowen to Bullen. And that's what we're doing over here in New York. But what do y'all expect to see, man, out of the Giants here in this game, man? Like as far as the defense is concerned, man, like what's going on?
Let's just say we base it off something like this here that's on the screen. My lineup would be Brian Burns, edge. I'm actually putting Abdul Carter right here where he has at the 3. Dex at the 1 on the nose, and Thibodeau, if he's healthy, at that edge there. Then you got Bobby Okereke. I'm putting Tyler Nubin at the wheel. I'm putting Holland at the free safety. And then a strong safety, it will have to be freaking that sorry ass safety that we got.
Belton.
Number 24, Belton. I will have to put Belton there. That will be Drew Phillips, then Banks, and hopefully Flott, because I think Adebo is still hurt. So the Y is going to be Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry doesn't have the speed to get vertical like that. You see what I'm saying? So we need to take advantage of that. Then you're going to have Henderson. That's why Nubin on Henderson, if he can make the tackle, that's good. But if he doesn't make the tackle, it's going to get real scary. Then you're going to have some either Butte or Kyle Williams right here at the J. You know Diggs is the X. And at the Z, I forgot who they got at the Z. Oh, man, what's that kid's name? Well, whoever. This here, I'm running man. I'm never running zone because Drake May, if he gets time, he can maneuver in the pocket and make something happen. I'm running man up on these guys. And I'm putting the free safety, whatever side Diggs is on, that's the side that I'm going to draw the coverage to. You see what I'm saying? Because I do believe that Z receiver, you should be able to handle him one-on-one, especially if Drew Phillips is going into the flat here. So I'm not telling my free safety to run all the way over here super fast because they're not going to put Hunter Henry deep like that. So that Dane Belton right there, if Jay goes to the outside route, you good money. Now my free safety can stay over there with Diggs, and if he tries to go inside, it's over with. So you just can't get beat deep. So I'm having my dude playing outside leverage, running deep with Diggs if he does a deep route. Play outside leverage because this Mike right here, if he does go in, if I do decide to send him on a blitz, he's going to get in there super quick and he's going to have to get rid of the ball quick. Noob and make the fucking tackle because that's who he's going to. Henderson. That's exactly who he's going to. That's the only place he's going to be able to go to. So it's a chess match, man. But I'm expecting an attacking style defense. Basically.
Yeah. So what do let's do this real quick. So what do we expect? Because you gotta think here too. The Patriots coming in, and hey man, they're playing for home field advantage.
You ain't lying. If they get home field, it's gonna be a problem.
4-2 at home. The Giants haven't won a road game all season, and again, is Jackson Dart gonna play? If Jackson Dart plays, what chance do you give the Giants to win this game? Right now, they saying 43.3%. That's real interesting. Given the records, look at this. Look at this. Pay attention, y'all. Pay close attention. Look at these records, right? Look at the matchup predictor. Wouldn't you think the Patriots would have like a 75, 80% chance?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Given hold up.
Okay.
Because in any other situation, when you look at these matchup, I'm just talking about the matchup predictor, the AI, according to ESPN analytics, this thing right here. Let me break it down. Right here, according to ESPN analytics, this thing right here. Normally, it predicts when the team is heavily has a way better record and is heavily favored. What is the point spread here?
I think it's 7 or 7.5 or something like that.
So again, yeah, right here it is 7.5. So when a team is heavily favored like that, this thing will be way lopsided. It's damn near 50-50, bro. Come on, man.
But NYG, here's the thing. I get what you're saying, but every time the Giants, just last week with Detroit, they played in Detroit. And what's the biggest thing that has been the problem with the Giants? They're not closing out the game. They are competing. So now you have a new defensive coordinator. Kafka is showing that he's putting this team in the right position. So that's why, to me, it's not surprising when you say they're at 40. There's a 43% chance that the Giants will win because they've been there. The only thing in all these games, remember, quite a few games, they're double digits in the fourth quarter. So that's telling you They're in this game. So the issue has been the defense closing out the game. Now, until we see, because I understand where you're coming from, 7.5. Yeah, this should be, a lot larger in terms of, expectations. But I'm looking at the way this team has played all year. Really, except for a couple of games, they haven't been blown out. So I get the 7.5. So either the 7.5 is wrong, or this is wrong. One of these two is wrong.
Not being right here. That's what I'm saying.
because if I'm looking, just last week alone, we were 10 points in the fourth quarter, and we turn around and lose. And how many times has this happened? So that's why, to me, 43%. All right, I can see that, because the team is not as bad as they're not a 2-10 team. They're really not.
They not, man. It's all, man. I'm telling you, this is all.
Yes, no,
bro.
I get it. But see, what this is telling me, because they don't know with the Giants, especially if you have a new defense coordinator, you don't know who this Andre Patterson or what's his name, Mawad. At least they have a history, so you could predict in a sense what they were going to do. This guy is brand new, so nobody knows anything until he goes through his first game. So to say it's 43%, I get it.
Blitz.
No, I get it, and I get where you are going, where you're coming from.
The Giants blitz straight made 75% of snaps.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. That's the scheme. That's the scheme that I'm running with.
That's what they're gonna tell them to do, because that's what
our secondary is so trash. So you have to make them get the ball out quick and tackle.
Exactly.
But bullying, blitz, bullying. That's what they're gonna say. Bullying the blitzer. That's who you are this game here. Whatever scheme you running, make sure there's plenty of blitzing.
I'm just more looking for aggressiveness on the defensive side and making sure you get the guys in the right position so they can finish the play.
That's what he got.
That's really all I'm looking for.
And that's what even Rex Ryan said it, Coach. He said, "Look, man, if you out here playing, zone offense off these days," he was like, "Man, I don't even know how you got a job, basically, like, because that shit ain't working."
That's my whole point. Look, I get sometimes you play off a little bit. I get it. But there are times where you're giving these guys free release. Yo, come up and play. Yeah. If you play up and press look and you bail, okay, at least they thought you were impressed. The receiver's probably going to dance a little bit more, so that's going to take them.
Your off scheme should be against those quarterbacks that are cerebral and are real good at getting the ball out quick and can read those blitzes. You know what I'm saying? But most of these quarterbacks in the NFL today, they one read dudes, bro. Be honest with you, bro. And they just scrambling and creating plays.
Here's the thing. My issue is when you're automatically lining up at 9 yards. But bro,
you're giving it to him.
You're giving it to him.
And your Peyton Mannings in them, you couldn't blitz those dudes, bro, because they knew how to get the ball out quick and they knew how to read the defense. That's what I'm talking about.
The other thing is, though, you're giving them yardage. It doesn't matter. Yeah, they get it out quickly, but the point I'm making is, if a man is sitting out, if a receiver's sitting out there and your defensive back is 9 yards off, here, get the ball, get me 4 or 5 yards right now. Just get me 4 or 5 yards. On first down?
On first down, you above the chains.
As opposed to, you know what? Play up. Let them think even if you're bailing into zone, that's fine. But you're playing games with the quarterback, and he has to hold the ball a little bit longer to see what you're trying to do.
I mean,
he's not.
I'm sorry, Coach. Man,
no, go ahead.
Sorry. But that means you don't have no faith in anything in your secondary. You don't even have faith in them at being able to run with the receiver. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to beat me, I want you to beat me over the top trying to get the ball in between two people consistently. That's not going to happen. There's not too many quarterbacks that are going to do that. Maybe Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Andrew Luck. You know what I'm saying? Joe Burrow can do it. I've seen Joe Burrow do it consistently. But for the most part, these quarterbacks are not consistent like that. You see everybody be riding Patrick. When you make Patrick Mahomes make throws like that, he missed so many deep throws and people don't even recognize him. Man, that dude missed so many wide open deep throws. It's not even funny. And I can show you on film that he misses a lot of deep throws. You might get a quarterback that hit two or three whole shots of the game, but that's not going to win the game.
Thank you. That's my point.
Speaking of one-read quarterbacks, bro.
Go ahead.
Check this shit out right here, man. Justin Fields. Him's mad.
He's surprised.
He got benched, says. Justin Fields was surprised by benching, but still believes he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. He should believe that. He should. But I don't think nobody else should. Justin Fields was benched by the New York Jets, possibly for the rest of the season, but still believes he'll be started again in the NFL, man. And I hate doing this, man. I don't want to pile on my brothers, because it is tough being a quarterback out there, as an Aboriginal. But God, dog, man, Justin Fields just ain't that cat, bro. Like we know talent over here. We're not biased, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know talent, and he does have talent, but it has not developed. And it's one of those mental things. And I think he needs to humble himself and go to the Sean McVay school of quarterbacking, and get with the Rams, or the Kyle Shanahan school of quarterbacking and get with the 49ers and learn some things and better himself, and then go out there, man, and try to get you a starting quarterback job, man. Because right now, bro, this is a disaster. This is a complete disaster over here with the Jets, man. And I just want to touch on the New York Jets. This is heart of the city. I don't want to make this show totally about the Giants, and we're gonna get into Coach's Corner and wrap this thing up here in a minute, Coach. But what's this thing here about, man? What do you think about Justin Fields, man? Situation here with New York getting his starting job took by Tyrod Taylor. Even Daniel Jones was able to fight off Tyrod Taylor. This is crazy work. But,
I don't know why this kid hasn't developed, man. I really don't. He does have the skill set. Did it need to be developed coming out of O State? Yes. And I even thought, coming to the Jets, because, his college teammate Wilson is here, could have helped him. But it's gotten worse, man. Whether these coaches really, to me, the coaches just don't believe in him. Because it's just obvious in other games, the way the play calls, how they do things. And now you lose your job to Tyrod Taylor. It's like the writing is on the wall. I'm sorry. It's not a matter of going to Sean McVay or anybody else. To me, it's either this or you're a backup quarterback in the NFL. That's really pretty much all it is.
I think he could get right, though, with McVay, though, Coach. I think he could.
Basically, what you're saying is his intellect.
Yeah.
And well, it's his intellect and some of his mechanics.
Yeah, and I think what McVay does is he gets these quarterbacks seeing the field better. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen it with Baker Mayfield. Because Baker was Kevin O'Connell can do it too. Because Baker, they did it with Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold. Like they get them believing in themselves. Confidence is a key thing here too, because when you're hesitant on the football field, it just means you're not confident. It means you don't believe you can make that throw. You know what I'm saying? And these schemes that it allows these quarterbacks to get confidence, man, because they can make easy throws. A lot of these coaches, man, they ask these dudes to make tough throws. And they got bad offensive lines a lot of the times. And a lot of times, they just ain't seeing the field because they've been on so many different teams and so many different schemes. So I think if he humbles himself and goes to, like I said, a Shanahan or McVay or a O'Connell or somebody like that, and say, look, man, I'm just going to be a backup. Not going to worry about, because in every situation Justin Fields has been in, it's been, he has to be the starter, or he's pushing for the starter position, or he's in a competition or something of that nature. And he just needs to go and just be a backup. The same thing happened with Daniel Jones, man. Daniel Jones got heat, so much heat in New York. Went to Minnesota, just be a back, basically was non-existent. And then popped out with the Colts like, bam, look what I got. Baker Mayfield did the same thing over there with the Rams. Basically, was a ghost. Popped back out with the Buccaneers. Look what I learned. Geno Smith, he did it. Like, these quarterbacks can do it, man. So I still think Justin Fields is right for believing in himself, but he's just in a wrong situation, and he's been in the wrong situation his entire career. If you think about it, with the Bears, the Steelers, battling with Russell Wilson, and then, obviously here with the Jets, and we know what the Jets are about. You know what I'm saying?
Try it.
So
yeah, I don't know, man. If Tomlin gives up on you, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. And I think I look at Justin Fields like Trey Lance. Trey Lance ain't do nothing with Kyle Shanahan. I think he's the same type of player, so I don't think they're gonna do nothing.
Great comparison.
Yeah, good point. Good point, Cave. But I mean, hey, that's his best shot. I'll put it like that, because if he go to another team, the Tennessee Titans, Jaguars, somebody like, man, he's gonna rot. It's gonna be over. It's a wrap at that point. You know what I'm saying? That's his best chance, is to go to one of them, school of quarterbacking, and learn at least something, at least to even be a backup. You know what I'm saying? Because do you want Justin Fields as your backup? Like, think about that for a minute. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other quarterbacks I'd rather have as a backup to Justin Fields.
Would you use him a little bit like in a Taysom Hill type of?
Nah, bro. Not as my backup quarterback. As a third string guy, yeah. If you're going to use
Taysom Hill is not the backup.
Taysom Hill does a lot of other things, though.
That's why I said, could you use him in that type of?
Could you? Role? I don't know. I don't think he would do that.
Or do you? Could you transition him to like what happened with Terrell Pryor? Because to me, those are two I think are very simple. Same school, same type of build, same issues in terms of quarterback play.
Yep.
Now Terrell Pryor did go to wide receiver, and he played a lot better.
Yep. He played wide
receiver.
I remember that.
He's a quarterback, so he does understand in some regards, what a quarterback should be looking for. And he has good speed. We can all say he's a very good runner. So I'm like, now, will he accept it? That's a different story.
I would like him as a tight end, like like my man that went to like my man that was what's my man's name? Dude that went to Tech, Logan Thomas, former quarterback.
Because remember, Logan Thomas was already like 240.
He's gonna have to put on weight, but I don't know, man. Like I don't know, bro. Like.
Yeah, because right now, as a quarterback in the NFL,
these stretch tight ends. You're not gonna ask them to block or whatever, man. But semi wide receiver.
You want to develop his game even more, other than the NFL, I'm gonna say send his ass to the UFL. Really.
He believes he's a starter though. That's the whole point. He
He believes it, but does the rest of the NFL? So I mean, look, I can sit here and say
But the point is, if he believes it, I don't think he'll be willing to transition to another
I get
position.
that exactly. No, I'm with you.
I mean,
but it comes to a point where somebody says, well, this is your last opportunity, and nobody else is ringing your phone, and you talk to your agent. If you want to stay in the NFL, do you want to consider at least playing in another position?
At that point, yes, it's about how much do you love football,
Exactly. So, to me, as a quarterback, nah, bro, he's done. I can't lie to you.
Then he said it's over, bro.
Sorry,
right there, bro.
He just holds the ball too long. He don't throw in the windows and stuff, and that's what a lot of teams say about him, bro.
His mechanic, he has elongated wind up. Sometimes his step 2 is not there. He's trying to throw off the back foot a little bit too much. No, bro. You know what to do. So you're just not doing it. So if you're not doing it, then guess what? Tyrod Taylor's the starting quarterback.
Yep, Justin Fields, man. Sorry, buddy.
You're done. You're washed. It's over.
And you gotta look at it. Tomlin didn't even want Russell Wilson and Fields back. He didn't want neither one back for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got Aaron Rodgers though. We'll see how that works out, man. But let's get to Coach's Corner. We're gonna wrap this up so you guys can get to
grab
your families, your dinners, good food, good vibes. I love it all, man. But
in the belly.
All right. Coach's Corner. Let's get it in, bro. Where we at here? Where is my clip?
All right, guys. Thank you for everyone for your support. Another episode of Coach's Corner, and I'm going to get right into it. Going to start a little bit differently this week. Going to start women's sport, and it's going to be women's soccer. Congratulations to Gotham FC, the women's team in the New York area. They just won the NWSL Championship Saturday, adding another championship to the Tri-State Mantle case. They defeated the Washington Spirit 1-0 to bring the trophy home. So want to give them a round of applause and say congratulations. So we have another champion in the area. So, and going from one champion to last year's champion, we're going to move on to the New York Liberty. The New York Liberty, shout out to Cave. We had talked about this yesterday. The Liberty have hired their head coach for the upcoming season. Chris DeMarco is filling the position, coming over from the Golden State Warriors, where he was an assistant there. He first joined the Warriors in 2012, helping them during their 4th championship run with the Warriors. He's been a key fixture in running the defense, as well as being an important player development coach. Now, he does have head coaching experience because he's also served as the head coach of the Bahamas men's national team since 2019. So the Liberty now have their coach, and let's see what happens. We're going to move on now to college basketball, and I'm going to start with St. John's. Right now, a lot of the local teams have been playing in some type of a tournament, and St. John's was in the Players Era tournament. They split the first 2 games, and then they lost to Iowa State. They beat Baylor, and then they're facing Auburn tonight. I haven't gotten the actual update because we were here, so You guys tap into that. Right now, they're standing at 4-2 on the season. Their next game is December 6th at MSG. They're going to be taking on Ole Miss, and it'll be at 8 p.m. tip-off. So good luck to St. John's there. So we're going to move on to Syracuse, and I'm going to start with the football. And boy, oh boy, oh boy. All I got to say is BTA. They lost to Notre Dame. They went out to South Bend, and they lost 70-7. Now they fall into 3-8 on the season, 1-8 in conference play. Now they're closing out their season this coming Saturday, as they're going to be hosting Boston College with a 3:00 kickoff. So tough one there for Coach Fran Brown and Syracuse. Moving on to basketball with Syracuse, they were also in the Players Era tournament, and they faced off against Houston on Monday, Kansas on Tuesday, and Iowa State today, and they lost all 3 games, and they've fallen to 4-3 on the season. So it's a tough one there, but they did play some tough talent. Their next game will actually be on Saturday, 4:00, when they're going to be hosting Hofstra, who's going to be coming from Long Island, heading up to Syracuse. So in women's basketball, they actually lost their first game of the season to number 6 Michigan on Sunday. They lost 81-55. They're now standing at 5-1 on the season, and their next game is Sunday, and they'll be hosting the Howard Bison. So there you have it. Now I'm going to move on to another tri-state New York, New Jersey legend, and I'm going to be talking about James Bailey. And just stick with me, because it ties into a lot of in this area. Now, he played at Rutgers University from 1975 to 1979. He helped lead Rutgers to a 31-0 record, leading to a run in the Final Four in 1976. So he was a key component there. After his playing career at Rutgers, he ended up being the number 3 scorer in Rutgers history with 2,034 points, number 2 in career rebounds, and number 2 in blocks for Rutgers. He was drafted number 6 overall by the Seattle Supersonics in the 1979 draft. He played 8 seasons in the NBA. Along with Seattle, he played for the New Jersey Nets 2 times, the Houston Rockets, the New York Knicks, and the Phoenix Suns. For his career, he scored 5,246 points. He also played internationally 3 years in Italy. While at Rutgers, he earned a 13 UPI All-American in 1979, a second-team UPI All-American in 1978, 13 NABC All-American in 1978, 2 times Eastern 8 Player of the Year in 1978 and 1979, and he had his number 20 jersey retired at Rutgers. So he's a true tri-state legend covering Rutgers, the Nets, and the Knicks. Now I'm going to move on to Princeton Den, and I'm going to start with football. They traveled to Philadelphia to face the Penn Quakers, and they came away with a loss 17-6. It's their 5th straight loss, and it closed out the season for them, where they finished at 3-7. Freshman receiver Josh Robinson earned one of the highest honors, as he was selected as a finalist for the Stats Perform 2025 Jerry Rice Award. Now, he's one of 25 finalists for the award, which honors the FCS Freshman Player of the Year in college football Sub-1 division. So kudos to him, and good luck, and hopefully he can bring it home. Now, in men's basketball, the men dropped their 6th game of the season, losing to Bradley, Temple University, and Vermont as part of the ESPN Events International in Kissimmee, Florida. With that, they're now standing at 3-6 on the season. Now they have another chance to redeem themselves as they host St. Joseph's Sunday in Trenton, New Jersey. So hopefully they can get back on the winning side. In women's basketball, they participated in the Paradise Island tournament in the Bahamas, beating Penn State 192 on Saturday and Maryland Eastern Shore 81-62 on Sunday. Sky Belker was honored as Ivy League Player of the Week, where she averaged 19.3 points per game in the Tigers' 3-0 week. Now, this week, they're going to be hosting DePaul Sunday in Princeton. Now, I'm going to move on to Rutgers news. In football news, Rutgers fell to number 1, the Ohio State Buckeyes, 42-9. Tough loss there, but most fans kind of figured that. This Saturday, they're hosting Penn State. It's a 3:30 kickoff, and it's senior days. The winner finishes the season at 6-6 and will be eligible for the bowl. So it's a big game for both teams. So because they're both coming in at 5-6. So we'll see what happens. In basketball news, the men moved to 4-3 after losing 3 straight games to Central Connecticut State, Tennessee, Notre Dame, all in the Eras Players Tournament. They continue to struggle offensively, having problems scoring at all levels. Thursday, they're going to close out in the tournament as they face UNLV at 4:30 p.m. So hopefully they can get that win. In Rutgers women, the Lady Knights moved to 5-2 on the season with the 67-61 win over Siena College. Nene Nadaya led Rutgers with a career-high 26 points. Now, the win moved them again to 5-2 on the season. The next game, they're going to be hosting Northeastern on Friday night. Now, I'm going to end it with a little bit of Seton Hall news. Monday, the Pirates took on number 23 North Carolina State and took down the Pack 85-74 in the Maui Invitational. Now, Tuesday, they fell to Southern California 83-81, and Southern California actually won the tournament. So, Seton Hall is right there. Today, they took on Washington State for 3rd place, and they came away with the win. So they're now standing at 6-1, and they host Central Connecticut State Wednesday, December 2nd. Happy birthday to my youngest daughter. That's her birthday. So with that, I'm going to close out Coach's Corner. Appreciate everyone. Hope everyone has a great holiday, Turkey Day, great food, whatever you celebrate. And that's going to be it. So I'm out.
All right, man. Yeah, man. Good stuff, Coach. Appreciate you with all the news and notes around Syracuse, man. I seen that Syracuse score. I was like, good God, man.
Exactly, man.
That was ridiculous right there, bro.
That was BTA.
Was it 70-7?
70-7, and it was 70-0, and they just scored with a few minutes left in the game.
Last land,
yeah.
Garbage points, yeah.
It was, and guess what? Notre Dame could have put another 30 points on them easy. That's how bad the game was.
And that kid Love, bro. Like he's true, bro.
Jeremiah Love is. And look, all you Giants fans,
running backs is back, bro.
Yeah, but everybody's. I've heard some Giants fans like, "Yo, can we get Jeremiah Love?"
That's
I'm
stupid.
Like, no.
You can't have everything, bro.
Yes, and that's the problem. But yeah, Jeremiah Love, that boy is. He's something serious.
No doubt, man. But appreciate everybody tapping in for the night. We're gonna wrap it up, man, on this Turkey Day Eve. Hope all you guys and gals enjoy your day, enjoy your holiday, your holy day, whatever you call it. And with your friends and families, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Yeah, get your eat on, your drink on, you smoke on, whatever it is you do. But
Smoke.
that is going to wrap it up for us here on Heart of the City, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. We'll be back next week. Everything permitting. And Pat, man, you know what it is, man. Take us out, man. We about this joint, son.
Peace.
Peace.